Right, we're going to look at grouping 45. Okay, so that's what our sum looks like, 45 divided by 3. If we were to write it in our books, it would look like this. And if we were to make a picture of it, it would look like this. So we start with the tens column. We ask ourselves, how many groups of 3 tens can we make from 4 tens? Well, we can put those 3 tens together like that, and that will make us one group of 10. So I need to pop that there. But there's 1 10 left over, so we're going to have to exchange that for 10 ones. So there they are. I'm exchanging one set of 10 for 10 ones, and that's why that little one appears there. Okay, so now we ask ourselves, how many groups of 3 can we make from 15? So we start splitting the ones into groups of 3. Hopefully you can see what's going on. So I've made 2 groups so far, 3 groups, 4 groups of 3, and finally 5 groups of 3. It divides exactly into 5. So the answer is 15. Okay, if I change the number to 42, so I'm going to write my 3. I'm going to draw the bus stop, put the number that I'm going to divide up as 42, get rid of these 2 digits, make 42, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 2 ones, and we're off. Right. So first question, we always start by dividing up this first digit here, which happens to be in this number, the tens. So the question we ask is, how many groups of 3 tens can we make from 4 tens? And we know already that we can make one group of 3 tens. So we can put a 1 there, which would look like that on our written books, but we have one group of 10 left over. So again, we're going to have to exchange that from one set of 10 to 10 ones. So that goes there. But what does it look like here? Well, that group of 10 there becomes a little 1 in the ones column. So question 2, how many groups of 3 can we make from 12? So we start making little groups of 3. And we end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's our picture of our operation. And there's our answer. Okay, I'm going to try one more. It's time to change the number that we're dividing by. So let's go for a 4 this time. Completely change it. So imagine on the whiteboard in your classroom it said 64 divided by 4. So in our books, if we were doing this sum, we would do a 4, we'd do a bus stop with a ruler, of course, and a 64, and then we're going to create a picture on the piece of blue paper here. So we have 6 sets of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 4 ones. So the question is, can we group 64? Well, let's always start with the tens, and the question this time is, how many groups of 4 tens can we make from 6 tens? Well, we can definitely make 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got one group of 4 tens there, but we've got 2 remaining. So we need to put a 1 there and a 2 here because there are 2 remaining. So there goes 1. Now these 2 remaining, these 2 sets of 10 have got to be exchanged for 10 ones, but we need to be careful. I like to work in with a little rectangle of ones, so they're in 2s, and there is 10 ones which I'll exchange for one of the sets of 10, but I've still got a second one to do. So there is the second set of 10 exchanged, and I've got 10 plus 10, which is 20, and another 4 is 24, and that is what that is, 24. So the next question is, how many groups of 4 are there in 24? So I've got to make groups of 4. Now this time I'm going to make them in little squares. So I'll show you one. There's a group of 4 made into a little square. So there's 1. There's 2 groups of 4. 3 groups of 4. 4 groups of 4. 5 groups of 4. 6 groups of 4. So in the ones column I write a 6, and to complete my picture here I'm going to add a little 1 here, a little 6 rather, into the ones column. So 64 divided by 4 gives you 16, and there's the picture to prove it.